Where I'm at is Aikens Camp, which is where Bigfoot was first sighted back in the 70s. Let's see if we can find Bigfoot.
We're two hitchhikers. We met while hiking Mount Baldy with mutual friends, wasted no time, got engaged on a frozen alpine lake, got hitched, and have been adventuring together since. We're embarking on a new adventure of living big in a tiny home. Let's see how this goes.
Adventure awaits.
This past weekend, Ruben surprised me by coming home and he helped me to finish building this garden bed. Actually, he did the majority of it, but my intention was to actually do it on my own. However, regardless, we finished it. Now he's back at fire camp and I do need to fill this up because I need to get some garlic bulbs in here and then also transplant my onions and put a couple of other things in here that will overwinter. So a couple weeks ago, I went and I picked up some dirt, which is still sitting there in that trailer, and I need to put it in here. This is going to require a lot more dirt than I think I got, but before I start putting dirt in, as you can see down here, we have about 3 inches of space that the dirt can actually fall through. So I'm going to fill the corners up with rocks. And that will actually be good because it will just be a source of a little bit more minerality that the soil can get up to the plants that are needed, because this is not likely going to go anywhere for quite a long time since we tied it in here, which I'm loving. So this bed is 16 feet long from the ground up, it's just shy of 3 feet, but on the inside we're looking at about 2.5 feet. So it's still quite a bit of dirt. And yeah, I need to fill it in with some rocks, and then I will likely put some cardboard down on the bottom because that's just going to be great for the worms that are in our compost. And I'll put some hay and mix it all up and see what I have. I don't know if I'm going to have to go back and get some more dirt. Hopefully not. But yeah, we'll see. So now I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I have a wheelbarrow somewhere. I have to find it. And I'm just going to wheelbarrow the dirt over. I have to decide if I'm going to create a ramp and bring it up to the top of the deck and dump it over, or just shovel it in. So stand by. Oh, and we are expecting rain today. Yesterday we hit 90, I think. Today we're supposed to be 65 with a little bit of rain forecasted later. Whether it comes or not, I don't know, but it's a beautiful sky and a beautiful morning. And where do I get rocks from? Or there, or there, or there, or there. They even say that rocks grow here in this area. See, these are growing out of our road. What actually happens is as the ground thaws and freezes and the rocks end up coming out, they get squeezed out of the earth and they surface. So when you think you have all the rocks cleared, just wait another winter and more will come up in the spring. I've learned and tripped over quite a few. Well, the rain has come. It's coming down a little bit harder than I thought it was. Thought I could work through it, but I might be soaked in just a few minutes here. But this is awesome. This is so awesome. So I'm gonna go inside till this passes and then continue working. And since Ruben is not here to help me eat all of the zucchini that's growing, I decide to make some zucchini bread with my sourdough discard. It's a win-win. And just like that, the rain has stopped. So as it was starting to get a little bit lighter with the rain, I went ahead and put down some cardboard in addition to the rocks. Now I'm going to start filling it up with hay and our dirt. I have no idea how much this is going to fill up, but as always, we shall see. I soon realized that shoveling all of the dirt into the garden bed is way more labor intensive than it needs to be. So I found some spare pieces of wood and made some ramps. Well, I have pretty much filled up the garden bed as much as I want to right now. Since the sort of good little rain that we had, since that stopped, it's been drizzling off and on, but it's been very pleasant to work in. So I thought I'm just going to fill this up while I can, because tomorrow it's going to be a clear day and I just don't want to work in the sunshine. So right now I still have about a foot left of space up on the top, but I'm going to leave it be at this point. I'm going to plant or transplant the onions that I already have growing, the starters, and I am going to leave this. I have about 8 inches of soil in here, so that is plenty for what I plan to plant here. But I'm going to leave this up because of our wonderful wind that we have here. It will be a little bit of a wind block, and it will also allow me to fill it up a little bit more with some straw, and that will give a little bit more insulation for the overwintering of the crops that we will have. Yay! I'm finished, at least here. So I transplanted the onions. They are a Monastrell and Oneida onions. It's a red onion and a white onion, and covered them with hay for the overwintering. So they should start growing. Hopefully the sunshine will work in their favor over the next few days. And then that over there is just some shade cloth that I'm utilizing as a weed barrier, because we do have wind, as you know, and I just don't want weed seeds to get rooted there before I actually plant anything. I moved close to 2 yards of dirt by hand today. I don't know what that equivalent is in pounds, but it's a lot. Because I'm tired. But anyway, these are looking a little sad right now, but I think they're just in shock. So hopefully they perk up in the next couple of days. But I am done, at least with this stuff.
Ooh, okay, so this is a new camp with outdoor showers, cafeteria over there, and I'm just exploring to get the lay of the land because I don't know where anything's at. And yeah, where I'm at is Aikens Camp, which is where Bigfoot was first sighted back in the 70s. And yeah, let's see if we can find Bigfoot.
This is a throwback to the day we first met on a benefit hike for wounded veterans.
The one, the only, Sassy Sasquatch!
This is my room. We got the cot, got the bed. It's very comfortable. Outside is where I basically go with everybody else. Basically what's going on is a lot of the trucks are going out right now to start watering down the roads and basically maintaining the dozer line and all the other fire duties that they have. They're loading up on their water. This is basically where incident command is, supply, and then you have the big meeting that's going on right here. So just getting the lowdown of what's the plan, what are we doing, what needs to be done. The customers are in luck. This is theirs. And it is not working properly, but this is a spare. I just so happen to have one in my truck. Okay, it's a little loud right now, but I have it going through what we call a regeneration, which is cleaning the exhaust filter. And I am keeping an eye on the data. And right now the soot concentration is 2.0, which is really high. It's supposed to be 0.05, 0.03. And in some cases, when it's a brand new truck, it's like 0.0. So just getting there. So the soot level is at 1.9, which is good because it's going down. When I was measuring it at the beginning, it was at 2.8, which is very high. And the NOx sensor is currently working. It is measuring 65 or 64 parts per million, which is actually very normal for this engine. Very happy. Before, what was happening is that it would say 65, 17,250, 10,800, 65. So it was literally just doing like up and downs, up and downs. So with the spare module, so far everything's working. So hooray! So the joys of bringing a large tent is I have my chair while it rains outside.
Well, the cat and I are going on a little bit of a road trip today because Ruben forgot a very important tool. And guess who gets to drive to go take it to him? So I'm just bringing the cat today. So I've got her litter box there and we're ready to go. Where are you going? You can go hide under the chair?
Now this drive is about 150 miles one way, which would normally take a little over 2 hours on a regular highway. But because we're following the Klamath River, we have lots of windy turns, so this takes about 3.5 hours one way. Now this stretch that I'm driving on right here got hit with a pretty bad forest fire last season. Ruben worked this one, but it was close enough to where he was able to come home on a regular basis. And we're just about there.
You got stuff on your back.
Yeah, no.
So I'm here at the fire camp and it's busy, but not busy. I think everybody's just kind of doing their thing. Ruben ran over here and grabbed the tool that he needed, and he went back to work on whatever vehicle he is working on. And I'm here with the cat. She didn't take too well to the very windy drive, so I had to clean up a little bit of a mess, and that explains why she was sitting up front with me the entire time rather than in the back. But she's just resting now. I gave her a little bit of water, so we're just kind of hanging out to see if Ruben can get a little break before we turn around and head back. Guess what?
What?
I saw Sasquatch on the drive down here.
Wow.
Wow, you Goodness.
I do not starve here.
I think you better here than you do at home.
No.
Well, I should say you eat more here than you do at
Yeah, it's
home.
way more. That's not better.
That's not better. Look at that.
There's a kiwi bunch.
Well, that was that. It was a short visit, but at least I got to see him for about an hour. He shared his lunch with me. I felt like a kid at school with a brown bag lunch. But yeah, I got some ice for my coffee and I'm headed back. So it's another 3.5 or 4 hours. I forget which, but hopefully the cat does a little bit better.
We found that typically we don't see an increase in deer activity until November, so it's still a bit early, but it's definitely fun for little Ray. There are a few deer in particular that are here pretty much every single day, and they know us. But the good thing is that they don't get too close. It's important that wildlife stays wild.
Where's the littlest one?
In the middle. This cute little fawn and the two doe started showing up a couple of weeks ago, and they were really underweight and in pretty bad shape. They've put on some pounds, but still need a little bit to go. Now, in the last couple of days, these two new doe showed up. They're definitely a bit healthier, and I'm not sure how the mama is going to take to them hanging around. Now, I'm no deer expert, and I'm still trying to learn their body language along with what their tails are saying. But at first it seemed like the mama of the baby fawn was quite okay with these two new doe hanging around. But then things sort of changed. What's sort of cute is this little fawn doesn't necessarily know that this is an adult issue when it comes to territory or whatever it is they're not happy with. She thinks it's sort of a game of tag and just wants to play. And eventually the two new doe got chased away, but I expect to see them in another day or two. We do have clover growing here after all.
All right, so just finished working on the incident commander's truck, and he was cool enough to give me this patch.
Well, family, that wraps up this week's update. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a like and let us know in the comments below. We anticipate not being able to work on a video this coming week, so check back in 2 weeks for more updates. Thanks for watching and see you soon!